Hey guys, welcome to my new video. This is my latest MOC, a walker that was used by the Republic during the end of the Clone Wars, and it's called ATAS, standing for All-Terrain Artillery Support. It was designed to be put in the rear lines of the battlefield and provide artillery support from afar, but it could also be used to ambush armored vehicles. And this made it outperform the current AV7 walker, which wasn't suited for closer combat at all, because it didn't have any armor to protect the crew and so on. That's why towards the end of the Clone Wars it was replaced by the first units of ATS walkers, which saw their main use later during the expansion of the Empire. The crew consisted of 3 people, and most times an additional clone infantry squad was assigned to the walker to prevent enemy troops from getting behind the walker, where it's most vulnerable. And because of its slow and heavy walk, it was often called towed by the clones. Now I'll show you all the details. Starting with the front, we have this very strong armor plating with some headlights integrated, and it's protecting all the engines and all that stuff behind. And the legs here also have this knee protection thing to cover the legs joints, which are a weak spot. So at least from the front, the vehicle is pretty well protected. Moving over here, you can have a closer look at the legs. It was very hard in the beginning to make them look right. I tried like 10 different versions of them, but I really like how they turned out in the end, especially with the little details in here. And here in the middle, there's the reactor and the fuel tanks I mentioned. And the legs on the backs are actually the same, just without the knee protection. Because if the enemy was attacking from behind, they probably wouldn't shoot at the legs, they would shoot on the turret's interior to eliminate the crew. Now moving to the turret, not having a completely closed off interior also has a few advantages. First, it saves weight so the vehicle can walk faster, and another advantage is that the crew has more space inside. It's easier for them to reload the guns, to repair everything, and they can easily hop on and off the walker. This is also what the ladder here at the back is for. Normally it's folded up like this, but it can also be extended, so the crew can leave the walker easier, like this. So the crew consists of a pilot, this guy. He's controlling the vehicle's positioning, the turret's movement, and always keeps an eye on the surroundings and possible threats. And in front of him, there's the gunner. He's responsible for range finding, elevation, and target leading of the gun, and also takes the final shot. And they both have little control panels in there. It was pretty complicated to fit this all in there, but it worked out in the end. Over here there's another guy. He's reloading the gun by taking the shells from the ammunition storage in front of him and putting it into the side of the gun barrel, right here. And the storage, I imagined, would hold up to 30 rounds of various types, like armor-piercing, high explosive, or bunker buster shells that they can use depending on the situation. The gun itself can elevate up to this angle, but by changing the leg's positioning, the firing range can be increased even further. And the gun can also depress pretty far, so they can shoot down from a cliff or something. Now, when attacked by infantry, using the main gun would be kind of an overkill, so that's what those 2 lighter cannons on both sides are for. They can also be used as an anti-aircraft gun, and they also have another set of headlights on top that move with the turret and can lighten up darker areas. On top of here we have some antennas for radio communication, and here I used the 4x6 stickered tile from Obi-Wan's 2016 Starfighter. I think it fits perfectly and looks really great on here. And at the front there's other stuff like rangefinders and other sensors. And lastly, over here we have the gunner's sights. They're pretty transparent, you can actually see a bit through there. And the idea behind this is that Even if the aiming systems over here should fail, the gunner could still aim through those sights instead of being completely blind. So yeah, that was basically everything important there is to show. For the people who are interested in building the AT-AS themselves, I uploaded the instructions to Rebrickable.com. There's a link to it in the description down below. The version there isn't completely the same though. I removed all the weathering from the model, and I also replaced this section with the stickered part right here with a 2x4 tile, and did some other small changes to reduce the cost of the model. I hope that's not a problem. Now, thanks to everyone who helped me improving the vehicle by giving me tips and ideas. It really helps to get feedback from other people when building. Please tell me what you think about this video in the comments. If you're interested in more MOCs, you can also watch my previous videos over here and over here, if you haven't already. Thanks for watching, and see you next time.